9 years ago, when I was 20 years old, I realized one main principle of relationships that allowed me to never have personal life problems again. My friends and surroundings didn't notice it. I didn't read about it in books. I came to this realization through my own life experience. I am confident that if you adopt this principle, I will always respect, love, and value you in my personal life. Now, there will be a simple little diagram and explanations later. I am convinced that there are only 3 modes of relationships, that is, mode number 1, which is familiar to everyone. Everyone has been in this mode. It is the mode of love. It is the story when you just met a woman and you are in complete agreement, making decisions together. It gives the impression that you have the same desires, needs, dreams, and goals in life. You understand each other very well, and you don't need anyone else. There are no arguments or fights. It's just perfect. However, it turns out that this candy bouquet period cannot last forever. Sooner or later, you have to work hard on the relationship, save the relationship, otherwise, nothing will work out. This is also the reason why, after some time, everything comes to mode number 2. This is called the pyramid of needs, in which the woman includes you. In mode number 2, you still occupy a primary position in her life, but she starts having her own individual desires and needs that are separate from you. She has her own hobbies and interests, and in some cases, she may even have friends, colleagues, or hobbies that you don't approve of, which causes you some concern. But you are still together because the man still occupies the first position in the pyramid, and the relationship continues. The man ignores the slight discomfort he begins to feel and perceives this process as natural. After some time, the pyramid of needs flips, meaning the man ends up in the last roles, and pleasure becomes primary for the woman. We can include self-realization and various entertainments here. She wants to relax, and if you go with her, great. If not, she will go with a friend. This is the stage when she fiercely defends any reason for personal enjoyment. This is why the man ends up being trapped, because she starts to position herself as if the door is open if something doesn't suit you. She may not say it out loud, but that's the feeling she conveys. The man feels like a hostage and can't do anything about it. As a result, the woman loses interest and respect for him, and she will start looking for someone with whom she can experience that same mode of love and unity again. The conclusion we can draw from this diagram is that only position number 1 can satisfy you. Does this mean that we should suppress any desire of the woman? No, not at all. There are women who initially suggest that you fit into their pyramid of needs right away, and some men, out of foolishness or naivety, agree to it. But the point is, if we ask ourselves, is it possible to have unity throughout our lives? Yes, it is possible. It all depends on the requirements and conditions that you convey to her. And to do this, you just have to give up the vicious scheme of mode 2 and mode 3. You stay in a relationship with a woman only until you have common goals, tasks, and plans, and you both stay on the same path without deviating. If this starts to happen, there is no goal to suppress anyone, no goal to break anything. You can simply part ways without hesitation. That's all you need to do. At first glance, it may sound overly simple for it to work, but try it. When it comes to action, many men start to doubt, fear, and hesitate. Why is it necessary? Let's make an analogy with a computer game. When you first enter a relationship with a woman, it's like playing a strategy game where you are given a lot of resources and provisions to build buildings, develop the economy, sawmills, mines, etc. But we know what will happen next. Crises are inevitable. Enemies will start attacking your fortifications, buildings, and base. These enemies are the challenges in your personal life. Almost every story of a woman leaving happens at the most inconvenient moment. So, when you are busy seeking compromises on lifelong important matters, which actually don't satisfy anyone, you are already fitting into her pyramid of needs. This situation allows her to have her own life while you have yours. You have no right to dictate any rules. So, when you should have been building mines, defensive towers, and walls, when you should have been increasing the level of protection and the efficiency of the mechanism, you were just having fun because the first 6 months or year or 2 of a relationship is just entertainment. You go to the movies, have delicious meals, go somewhere, but nothing more. In the future, real challenges await you. Let's take a simple example, when you have a child. For her, it's not just a few sleepless nights, it can last for months. Do you think she will remain the same? Do you think a woman who entered a relationship for personal comfort will endure such hardships? It won't affect you, and by that time, you will be in a position where you can't influence the situation. That's the point. When there were no walls and enemy troops, they just entered your territory without attacking, but at any moment, they are capable of doing so. You become a hostage to the situation. That's why, if you have problems and difficulties when you are just having fun, there is nothing more foolish than thinking, I'll solve it myself and prove my worth. My personal advice is to stick to only the first scenario, for the benefit of your future. If you like our video, please subscribe.